Today we're going to be trying a bit of SEGA Rally, and I'm going to be trying my best to try and beat Rally Alvines, which I'm sure is supposed to be some variation on the word Alps, Alpine, I don't know. I'll be going with my Skoda Octavia in the beautiful green. Our first course here is the desert one, and they all get away much faster than I do for reasons I don't completely understand. On the next track I'll try and ease in to the throttle as opposed to just flooring it, see if it makes a difference. The handling in SEGA Rally has always been very slippery. On the Saturn I quite like that. Got very used to skidding all around the desert track. Almost like it was an ice level. You know, those are the sort of physics that just kept you counter steering and pulling back and then turning into it and trying to adapt to the slippery mechanics. I should go without saying that the original version didn't look this good on the Saturn, but the music was a whole lot better. This music is maybe a little forgettable, unfortunately. But here we go, I'm pulling it back, doing alright now. My driving style flits between pure perfection and diabolical. I only really have two modes. So now I'm in second, keeping an eye out for first place, and there's a lovely example of diabolical driving. I usually did alright on this corner, not on this occasion. But I'm gaining on them. One of the big features touted in this was the deformation, if that's a word, of the track. So you can see all the tire lines being cut out. And when you're steering, you do sort of slip into the grooves and it, pulls you a little bit left, a little bit right. I've never really been very good at using that as a hook on a tight corner, getting the front wheel in and then sort of guiding it round as if I'm on a rail almost, which in my head is the way I think it should work, but it never works that way for me. Look at that, he's frightened now, he knows I'm behind him. Yep, that's the back end slipping out. Okay. Well, third's not bad for my first crack at it. And that's me, obviously, in third position overall on the league. And let's take it to Safari.
3, 2, 1, go.
And that was me easing in on the throttle. And as you can see, they've just pulled away from me again anyway. So I think maybe it's just designed that they get away all before me no matter what I do. It's impressive to crash into a wall on a straight road. I'm quite far behind the pack here. The mud is extra slippy. Oddly, the tighter the corner, sometimes I do it better. Robin's racing. Alright, I've made a whole one position up in a lap. That doesn't bode well. Yeah. I keep saying easy left and easy right, and there's a considerable variation in what they class as easy, because some of them I would say weren't easy. Everybody else seems to steer their car much better than I do. Okay, this is often tricky, but that's not bad. And then yeah, just bump off the wall and lose a place. How can it be a long, easy right, easy left? This is a bit where I just always seem to lose control. Yep, just like that. Even if I just beat him, I'll be happy. Have I left it too late? I'll take the shunt, that helps. And then... not great. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Fifth is kind of respectable. And a little bump before I finish, lovely. Okay, and I'll slip down the rankings to 5th apparently.
3, 2, 1, go!
I think this is probably my favourite of these 3 courses. Or the best biome, if that's the right term in a racing game. And the music's got some brass in it, which I quite enjoy. Almost a little funky. Bit like my driving. I chose the off-road tyres. Don't know what difference it makes, because I slip just as much off-road as I do on-road, and vice versa with the road tyres. Slip just as much in both, so I'm not convinced there is any difference. This game is from like 2007, and I like that in a notoriously brown era of computer gaming, at least it's colourful, maybe a little oversaturated, but I'm all for it. You know, it's Sega, it's blue skies, it's fun, you know. It's like, this should be the slippiest section. Snow on a road, that should be the bit where, but oddly I've got more traction here than I do in wet road. Flawless bit of driving. There we go. Immediately followed up by gash driving. And more of it. This is a tight one. It's not bad. Little glider place to visit. That started like a good turn, but this is getting worse. Jesus. They should plough the snow off these roads or put down some grit. That's pretty much right in the ditch. Okay, here's my good corner. Not as good as last time. Do you get any points for 6th? Probably not. Right. I might not pull this back. Oh, that's pretty good. I'll take that too. Reminds me of the tight hairpin on the expert level on the original SEGA Rally. Not too far from the starting line, there's a hairpin where you start going uphill. Although I'm not sure if anybody who worked on the original SEGA Rally worked on this or not. I doubt it. There was another version of this released on Xbox Live Arcade as well. I think it's called SEGA Rally Revo. And apparently the handle on that is a bit different and it's closer to the arcade. Because this was apparently an arcade game. And it's a good job I didn't waste my money playing it there to come 6th. And then... Alright, that was diabolical. We're going to try again. I'll stick with my Skoda, but I'll stick with my off-road tires, but I unlocked a little paint livery. So let's try the new pretty white Skoda. And we will do better this time, he says with confidence. White cars are faster, that's a fact. I'm just slowing down to give them a head start because they can tell I'm supercharged for this one. Well. They're tightly packed though, so I might... If I can get past one, I think there's a good chance I'll get past a bunch of them at least. Not by driving like this, granted, but you know. There's 2 past, excellent, keep the speed up. You're trying to force me off the road. Okay. They don't seem to have the same pace they had in the first lap. But they're not dreadful drivers, so they've got that to their advantage. Well, that's pretty good. That wasn't so good, but it's just me and him. Come on. If I can just keep off the walls. Or not. even if I hold second, I'm still doing better than I did in the last series. Oh, he's in the same car as me. That's not good. Not good at all. God, come on. 2 corners left. Sweet. He was right behind me there, so I did well to... Well, I say I did well. I drove awfully, but maybe he did too. Okay, so last time I think I was 6th in this, wasn't I? No, 5th. See, so was that like 5 seconds in, they just far ahead of me, and I don't understand why. Nope. There we go, yeah, and off the other one's like playing Wipeout. Just bouncing from wall to wall. If I keep off the walls, I keep the speed up, so that's okay. Could have been better. That was mostly nice. Again, they're all bunched up. If I can... I think it was the second lap last time where I was able to... Well, where I was able to get past... I think I got into second. I think I got from 6th to 2nd in the last race there. So if I can... If they're bunched together in the same way, and perhaps I have more speed on the second lap, I don't know. Or they're slowed down, maybe. Little elephant sound. Okay, right, here we go. There's 1, there's 2. Just gotta stay off the walls. There's 3. Okay, if I can get in the inside of the hairpin. No, no. Okay, I don't like this corner, but... Even taking a shunt, I did better than I usually do. Alright, just me and one car, assuming I managed to stay off the walls. I don't think there's any tarmac on this course, whereas obviously in the next track it is quite a bit of tarmac, so I don't know if maybe I'm a little bit... Maybe my car's faster when I have off-road tyres, maybe. Ah, Jesus. At least I can still see him. Barely. Here we go. No. Well, second. Oh, he took that corner worse than me. Edge him out gracefully. Sweet. first place. Okay, well, I think as long as I finish in the top 3. Oh no, they're way behind me. I could probably even come 4th. 3rd or 4th maybe and still win this. Although this is the one I did worst on last time. Now come a little brass band cheering me on. How can I catch up with them this quickly when I'm on off-road tyres? Surely at least some of them must be on road tyres. I might have to Google the pros and cons. The last 2 courses I didn't go anywhere close to 2nd. On the first lap I was well and truly at the back. Although I can't see. Oh, well, jeez. I'm back in 6th. It's like Mario Kart. And there you go, made no progress in 1 lap. On the map, at least they're not too far ahead of me. I'll take that. That wasn't too bad a corner. Okay, and I think first place is pulling away a little bit here. Because they're already going around that corner. Jesus. I was lucky to keep 3rd. They do a good job of conveying speed. Added with the bad controls, it really feels like you're, driving by the seat of your cacks on that one. We'll hit both sides of the corner. Not many people can do that. I think this is still the amateur difficulty as well I'm on. I don't even think I'm on the normal mode. They did make this game pretty difficult. Reminds me a bit of Rally Sport Challenge on the Xbox. Excellent rally game, but difficulty stupidly hard. Not sure I ever got out of beginner on Rally Sport. Okay, well, 3rd, I might still win. I might still come top of the table with 3rd. Well, we'll find out if it's bad in a second. Top of the table. Magic. 2nd attempt. I'll take that. I'm happy with that. Thank you for joining me.